All right, hello and welcome to round two of a standard eight-man. Yes, I would like to play first. I have a very awkward hand. I think it's a mulligan. It's just too slow to beat anything in the. Well, yeah, it's no good because the mutavaults are no good. I mean, they're okay. No, the mutavaults are okay. Cast Young Pyro. No, I'm gonna mulligan this. I'm on the play. I don't want to waste that with a hand like that. Ugh. Going to five. Keeping this sexy little number. Let's see, F6, F9, F6. Alright, he's on some sort of red deck, so we are only way behind. Sweet. Yes, of course I want it to come in. I wish you could just default it. I assume that anytime I have to cast Rakdos Cackler without Unleash, I might as well just be losing the game. Make sure I don't F6 through my turn. Here I'm going to attack with the Cacklers and try and gank him with the Rubble Belt Maka. It's one way to kind of recoup, not card advantage, because I'm trading one for one, but I'm trading one for one with a guaranteed play next turn. I might even be able to play two creatures next turn. I think it's good enough. It certainly seems better than not attacking. Say he fears the Maka. No, he does not fear the Maka. Always fear the Maka, and I'll pass the turn and F6 on his. Chandra's Phoenix hits the board. It is completely irrelevant in this race situation. And it's actually, I'm in pretty good shape now, I think. Not a perfect situation, but I'm ahead on board and I'm ahead on life. And I did finally get my second land. So, opponent goes to 14 here. We have him on a 2-turn clock, but in reality it's probably more of a 3 or 4-turn clock as far as the number of cards we'll have to fade. Um, let's see, it's probably War Leader's Helix on the Fire Drinker Satyr, which is pretty good. He's doing it now to play around Skullcrack. Yep, there it is. Yep, that's pretty good. So maybe playing the Satyr was a mistake. No, I think it was probably correct. The only card that really punishes me is if he has Mizzium Mortars, because then he can cast it and still get value out of it. Here, I'm going to Lightning Strike his Phoenix, I think, and attack for 6. Do I do more damage that way? I can attack for... I mean, technically I do more damage if I just attack him for, deal him 4, 7 rather than him 6. So I should just attack. It also opens up the possibility that he just misclicks and does not block, or chooses to change his mind about blocking is the less scummy way to, for that. Although this, downside of this is that I lose a creature. I didn't really think about that. That kind of sucks. Well, I'm just going to do that now, and I'm going to Lightning Strike now, I guess. No reason to hide it. I'm just going to do that so I can F6. Alright, let's see if opponent has another War Leader's Helix, we're in trouble. If not, then a Mountain is a pretty good draw, and anything else is... anything but Stormbreath Dragon is a good draw here. Here's another War Leader's Helix. Obviously, we're going to have to beat 2 of them. No. Oh, there, yeah, there it is. Alright, well, Mutavault's an okay start to that. I'll get him back down to 7. And hopefully we do not have to beat a 3rd War Leader's Helix. That might end up being too much. Sacred Foundry surely comes into play tapped here. And the follow-up is a Chandra's Phoenix. Now, the question is whether to attack with the Mutavault or not. I don't think I want to because I want to play Fire Fist Striker, right? That has to be correct. Um, no, not necessarily. I mean, yeah, I don't want to lose my Mutavault. I'm already on. Yeah, I want my Mutavault to stay alive. So I'm going to just attack. The Phoenixes are probably going to bounce off each other and, or well, pathetically fall to the respective graveyards. Um, and I will follow up with a Fire Fist Striker. Pass the turn, probably gonna get hit with Searing Blood here, something stupid like that. Boros Charm, yeah, that's good enough. So we're gonna have one draw step. Oh no! I forgot the Fire Fist Striker was coming into play. Okay, well we are. Let's see what we have to deal with. Any life gain here is problematic. Anything else is beatable, I think. It's at the point now where he has to point his burn. That the card that we really have to fade here is Searing Blood. Searing Blood and now Warrior's Helix is not a concern. He's gonna go Phoenix. Phoenix? Yes, he is. Okay. So that is very good. He's playing defense here. I have enough mana to play Burning Tree Emissary and activate a Mutavault. So that is exactly what is going to happen here. Let's add that. Okay, yes, okay, and attack. He will have one Phoenix against my army. He's surely going to block the Fire Fist Striker here. Yep. And opponent is at one life. Now he has to have a life gain spell, otherwise game one will be ours. What you got? Okay, Skullcrack. There's three. Chain to the Rocks. Okay. Okay. And what's the third one? And the Chandra's Phoenix. Okay. I guess that's pretty sweet here. It's not ideal. I mean, there were better cards to draw, but that one's not bad. With one card in hand, I don't think I have to fear. I mean, if he has land shock, he wins. Otherwise, I mean, both my creatures are lethal and he loses his both phoenixes. I keep my Ash Zealot. Alright, one more draw step. Two cards to fade. I don't think. I guess fade's not the right word there. Okay, that's good. Good for him. Let's see if he has Boros Charm. Boros Charm or War Leader's Helix. Boros Charm. Good game. Good game. So I technically lost. It probably would not have mattered. No, it would not have mattered. Searing Blood would have gotten me either way. Good game though. That was well played by my opponent, I think. Reckoner comes in. Skullcrack comes in. Searing Blood comes in by default. We'll see if he ports out his creatures. We can start cutting Searing Bloods. Cards that need to come out for sure. Cackler and Fire Drinker Satyr are just magnets for that. We want faded? No. We want flames. I can at least go to the face. Don't think we need mortars since he probably does not have dragon and we don't want shock. Although shock is better than some dorky little creature. Ash Zealots are the next to go, I think, because at least Fire Fist Striker is probably the next. No, Fire Fist Striker and Burning Tree Emissary play so well together, as well as Young Pyromancer being able to overload a Searing Blood, being just able to flood the board potentially. I think I'd rather cut the Ash Zealots, add in 2 Shocks. I like this. This looks pretty sweet. The Flames of the Firebrand is the weak spot here, but this gets rid of all my weakest creatures for against Searing Blood, except for Fire Fist Striker. But at least with Fire Fist Striker, I can go Burning Tree Emissary into Fire Fist Striker. Oh, I didn't hit submit, did I? Oh, that's why. All right. Yes, we'll play first. And yes, I think we have to mulligan this. It's not the worst thing in the world. If there was a 2-drop, like if this Storm Breath Dragon were a young Pyromancer, this hand would be incredible. Oh, no, no, I just pressed yes. Or I pressed no, I pressed the wrong thing. I haven't done that in a long time. Alright, well, we are on a very high variance game right now. High variance as in probably just gonna lose. Ah, F3, F3. Ha ha. I probably could have waited if it wasn't like if it wasn't so unlikely that I'd draw a land there, I would have gotten greedy and tried to Searing Blood him. But I think I'll be able to make that happen later. I'm just gonna Lightning Strike him now. There's a strong chance that it's gonna go to the face anyway. Might as well at least just get it out of there and use my mana perfectly that turn. Going to attack with the Burning Tree Emissaries and hope he has a combat burn spell, like a Magma Jet would be awesome here. Yes, 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 yes. Searing Blood, ha ha ha. Take extra, you take the 3 instead. That is a blowout. Is a perfect lesson on why you use a spell like that in your main phase. Very worse. I mean, if you really, really, really want to try and catch me on a madcap skills, put a stop on the main phase or the declare combat before I actually declare it as an attacker. And opponent here, I don't think maybe he has to leave it back. Red, white, Boros Charm, indestructible. Okay. No, I won't attack because I have another Searing Blood. That's a little awkward though. He is at 10 though, so and Magma Jet, that's pretty good. And I do have a Stormbreath Dragon, so tentatively like where I'm at, given that I kept a god awful hand. Rather, I kept a very risky hand. It wasn't necessarily a bad hand since I had Burning Tree Emissary and tools. I'm going to attack with the Burning Tree Emissary here. I'm not going to use the Searing Blood yet. I'm going to try and catch him since he's only got 2 cards in hand. If he uses something on my end step, I'm going to Searing Blood his Ash Zealot. And I will Searing Blood his Ash Zealot if he attacks with it. Satyr Fire Dancer, that's fine. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. How greedy do I want to get? He only has 1 card in hand. So I think I'm going to try and get really greedy. I think if he has an instant burn spell, he's going to use it on my turn when I attack, and he's going to point it right at my face. I'm going to Searing Blood the Fire Dancer. But in that case, I think I should just as well. No, then I don't keep my emissary. Yeah, I'm just going to. I'm going to get greedy here. I'm going to spot him 2 points of damage because I'm so far ahead, and I'm going to try to get a sick 2 for 1. Chandra's Phoenix. I'm just going to go to my attack step. I may be really overthinking this. Yeah, this is good. Oh, this is going to be so sweet. Boros Charm. How about no thank you? I mean, I'll still eat the Boros Charm, but now you go to 3. I have a Lightning Strike in hand. You have no cards in hand. GG. What is your last one? Magma Jet. GG. We're going to go to game 3. I like our board configuration since it keeps bringing in Satyr Fire Dancer. That seems like it has to be incorrect here. That card dies to every removal spell in my deck. It does not block, it only attacks for 1. It is a 2-mana spell in a deck that already has boatloads of them. Wah, wah, lightning strike you. Okay, so as far as changing anything, Ash Zealots are definitely out. The question is, do I want Mortars or Conflagration? Conflagration. Fated Conflagration. It's a big word for a red card. This is so amazing against this stupid Satyr Fire Dancer. Like, what? It's awful. This looks pretty sweet. Maka is a little bit worse because he knows about it now, and theoretically he should play around it. Some players aren't going to be able to break the habit of casting spells in combat. Yeah, let's just rock this. I don't want that sorcery speed removal. This is fine. Lead with Fire Fist Striker, follow up with Young Pyro, have Shock to answer his turn 2 Ash Zealot. If I do not, I think I use Shock to answer the turn 2 Ash Zealot, because I have a Searing Blood in hand. I will go ahead and lead with some creatures. He cannot Searing Blood me end of turn, which means if he really wants to get me, he's going to have to forfeit his turn 3 play in a sense. And I can remain. He's going to go Chandra's Phoenix here. Fire Dancer. Okay. And yeah, he's gonna. He learned. He learned. Good for you. I'm going to get real greedy here and go land, pyro, shock. This is bad if he answers my pyro immediately. It's pretty sweet if I get to untap. And that's fine. He's going to use a lightning strike on my guy. That's fine. Play this Chandra's Phoenix and attack him for 4, just 4. I want to keep my Maka. That may have been the turn to use it, but since I may end up casting it as a creature here, I think that may have more value. This is potentially awkward. Here comes a Magma Jet. Oh, a Searing Blood. That's even worse for me. Yep, that's pretty good. I'm still in good shape here. I get to play my Fire Fist Striker and Searing Blood his Satyr Fire Dancer. I'm going to do it now. Just get it out of the way. It prevents me from losing my Fire Fist Striker for sure. Sure, I may be able to get greedy and have him point something at my face that he would otherwise point at my Fire Fist Striker. For example, if he has Shock, um, that's a very good card for him to have drawn. Let's see, a Mountain here or a Mutavault would be awesome. A Chandra's Phoenix, less so. I think the play here, I don't think I'm going to be able to attack with my Maka. Most damage here is by playing Chandra's Phoenix, and I think using my Maka this turn is going to maximize damage since I may not be able to fit it in later. He's at 7, which means a land is lethal. It means he has to answer my creatures. This is the greediest way to go right here, but he has to answer both creatures, two creatures, or gain life here, and that is game. And that was the match. All right, I will stop the video here, and please join me for the finals, which will be starting in about 2 minutes, or for you, now.